Hi everyone, I'm here with Farmer Paul Chant and we're going to be talking about fox hunting because I was under the impression that fox hunting was banned and it just doesn't happen anymore, but since I've lived in Somerset and I've seen online what's happening, I was actually quite shocked to discover that even though it's banned, it's still happening. Paulie knows all about it. What's happening in Somerset then? Fox hunting's still happening, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Well, Heather, for the last 15 years from late Frank Nash, we've just been inundated every year. There must be about getting on for 30 police logs now. A few police have been interested and in helping us out. But just recently, well, let's get this right first. It's not just fox hunting.
Right.
Let's break this down.
Yeah.
It's unsolicited hunting with dogs.
Right.
Now it's illegal to have more than 2 dogs. Then you're supposed to have a license. They're only used for flushing out. But
Right.
that's another matter. Shooting animals, killing any animals
It's a blood
it's
sport.
unsacred.
Yeah.
So first off, it's unsolicited, meaning the council and the police are not doing their job in the 2004
Yeah, because it's
Act,
banned.
hunting
That's
act.
what, yeah.
Absolutely.
And only trail hunting, where they're
Trail
just meant to
hunting.
be sort of fake hunting or whatever.
So they're still hunting all animals, but the thing is they're trying to cover up. I tried to bring this out in public domain before and you're shut down, is that they're unsolicited and they're carrying concealed firearms, right? Firearms, that's to kill the animals before they get ripped to shreds.
Yeah.
The concealed firearms, and also they're taking these on the public highways. This is a public safety concern.
Absolutely.
It's outrageous. In the last few years, it's just taken off. We've got about 4 hunts to come round every time. Now, the last time we had to call the police told quite specifically, myself and my wife, that we should allow them on our land.
Why?
Well, because they said we might come to some serious harm.
Shouldn't they be protecting you then and saying,
well, this is it. They should be soliciting it through the council and making sure these things don't happen. There's no public concern. Unfortunately, I've got an unrefutable evidence, unrefutable, of police officers involved with the hunt.
Yeah.
At the moment, some of them might have retired, but I've got all the photographs, everything on there.
It's all you can even Google some of these names and you'll find these people. People in the council, people in the police force, people, MPs, all sorts of people, other landowners. It's and it's not even really a conspiracy. It's true, isn't it? But the horrible thing is that this means that people who are trying to, care about foxes, and it's not just foxes, is it? It's
deer,
not just a fox, deer
hare.
again. Yeah. So
I can't go into it, but they've just been hunting deer on our land again and endangering stock and everything.
But carrying firearms.
Yeah, exactly. And then the police to turn on us, the innocent landowners, because they're involved with the hunt.
Well, I was really shocked because I heard what actually happened to you. So this is pretty shocking, really, for anybody. So what happened to you then recently?
Well, I've got to be careful what I say because the police is kind of trying to fit me up.
Yeah.
And it's so obvious, even if sisters and
But the facts are that they were.
The facts are, on my birthday, November the 8th, they decided in the late afternoon to come. It was to bring their weaponised dogs, 2 packs of them. It was the chill mark, and they've gone in with a military hunt. So I had all the officers down there. And anyway, they invaded our land and other local wildlife sanctuaries because ours is going on to, it's earmarked for scientific interest. We look after all the animals for our children's future. This is why we're being harassed and hounded, not only from farmers spraying chemicals and stuff like that, and I got to mention Glastonbury Festival, the encroaching, the ever-growing festival that destroys the thing.
I had never considered the wildlife that have to evacuate that whole area.
The migration killed all our swallows this year, and I got this from the bat protection because we got very rare bats now on the farm. We've got great crested newts. We've got amazing amounts of animals.
Well, even where do all the foxes and hares and deer go?
They come over and destroy our wildlife.
Oh gosh.
because of scientific value, we've got land that's less than 1% of the UK now. But
so your land
it's money that's doing all this.
Your land should be protected, but then what happened then? So unless a hunt,
Right, so they came
anyway,
over. So you had this affray. They caused an affray. My neighbour, which there's litigation going on at the moment, and the landowners are the problem, allowing unsolicited and illegal activities on their land. So, but that's an issue we're bringing up and it's going to come up. Okay. They came over, the hounds. My wife went down to ask them to leave. I went down a bit later on and went out into the fields, chased a few packs off. The second pack, I was horrified. I just got there in time and stopped my 2 deer. Well, we've seen them bred and come up. Yeah. And not only that, my prize rams was just where they were all heading to. My prize rams, our livelihood, our living, being a farmer. And they were just about to rip into them and tear into them and obscene pain. Yeah. Well, these people have got a mental problem of bloodlust.
It does. It's always made me wonder who would enjoy blood sports in the first place.
Well, these people are starting to show links with the 25,000 children that go missing in the UK each year. But this is another matter. This is where it's going to. These people with bloodlust.
Just that mindset who enjoy seeing blood, destruction and the animal cruelty just makes you wonder,
unfortunately, a few animals got harmed and killed, the dogs, because I don't know yet. I can't really go there legally, but they might have been in the long grass or whatever. I don't know. But I was only protecting our stock. Now,
but your wife was pretty much, she was shouted at, she was
harassed. I abused, laughed at,
bullying her.
Yeah.
And these are grown men.
I gave them a warning.
Of grown men on horses, you know.
They never had horses. These are the foothounds. I mean, I gave them. I shouted to leave the land. In the end, I said, this is aggravated trespass. I got to use reasonable force now to get rid of you, and they just laugh at you. They're arrogant. The police is behind them and they know that the police are coming. Well, what happened next? We had 2 police helicopters, 30 vehicles, people's told us, a tent, our house ransacked.
This is just for a farmer and his wife.
Because I let a few bangs off, made a few bangs, which I do for the wildlife anyway, to frighten foxes away from chickens and things.
Because that's a nice, easy, humane way to do it.
Exactly. in what's wrong with if you've got a lame deer, a stag.
But it's about the compassion of humanity, isn't it?
A man with a rifle, a trained man, can dispatch the animal humanely with no pain.
Not for sport.
You have got to correlate the wildlife, but ripping it to pieces with a hoo-ha in the police, what we found just recently. Anyway,
so you were actually.
We had to go to jail for 24 hours. Yeah. I can't talk much about it. I sustained an injury in custody. Yeah. They wouldn't treat me for about. I don't know, it could be 8 hours or so. They tried to kill me in jail, to be honest with you. They tried to murder me. But the police is always doing that. It's well known locally. And I don't, my late father was a police officer, but he belonged to a service and not a corporate force.
We're absolutely not saying that all police are bad or anything like that.
No.
This is happening and people need to be aware of it.
There's a lot of police officers. There's one in particular in the street I'd stop a bullet for. If somebody tried to murder him, I'd stop a bullet. He's a lovely man, and there's a few, but they joined it because they're community spirited like we are. But it's the bullies with this special handshake, we won't go into it, which I was invited. But anyway, so you've got these businessmen, bullies, cheating.
People with money behind them.
Yeah, we always do.
Because I even wonder, what is it all about? They say it's to sort of protect this countryside sort of tradition or whatever, but to me it just seems like a lot of pomp and sort of, look at me and my horses. There's other ways to exercise horses and
it's
dogs.
Political.
And and I think, actually, so in the new year there's going to be finally, maybe even trail hunting finally banned as well, because I don't think not many people really agree with it.
I don't think nothing will happen.
It might not, but the idea is people generally don't want blood sports. We know it's cruel now and we don't like it happening. And what about this Boxing Day?
There's 92% of people don't want it.
Exactly, so it's only these
hunting with dogs.
And Boxing Day, isn't that a big day for a hunt? What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, that'll be up pretty again. You'll get all these.
What happens then? So people who've never heard of it, what do they do on a hunt then?
Well, what you do, they're supposed to lay a scent cell, but if you ask the police to investigate, they don't. They should have evidence of having sent in the post. You know, they've been sent to them and records kept. There should be records with the police and the council. That's how you solicitate it all legally, and it's not going on. In these illegal firearms, the public should be aware for their safety.
Handy to know.
But what they do, they just get together, they all get drunk, because I've been beaten up by them and the police turn on me yet again. I got all that evidence. If anyone wants any evidence, I got it all. And
so they all meet up, they've got their horses,
they all hoo-ha, get drunk and that.
Yeah.
And then they all go out, and because they've got the law on their side and the police riding with them, they go out and they just tear down fences. We had fences broken, they broke in.
I have seen, and there's quite a lot online. There's the Mendip Huntsabs Facebook group and everything. Got quite a lot of videos of them doing all of this stuff, and this is stuff they've actually filmed this. And
crimes, and the police won't investigate because their masters are the ones doing it all in the special handshake. It's
and so
outrageous.
Foxes, even though it's meant to be a trail sense laid, foxes are getting hurt then. Deer
Foxes,
are getting hurt.
deer, hare, you name it. I mean, we won't go into the pheasant shooting yet. All animals are sacred, sentient beings, and that should be banned. We're going to hit that next. But recently, I've got a breakthrough because our actual local council, 3 of the councillors, I've got an MP involved, in Frome. I can't remember her name now. Anyway, in Frome. Yeah, they're starting to. I've wrote to the Labour MP who's back in fox hunting, but I'm not a constituent to him, but he's got our support and our back, and in various other bodies. But just recently on the West Pennard Council, I've gone there. It's online, and I recorded it, and I called them out because you've got 3 landowners always having illegal, unsolicited hunting on their land with the firearms, you know, covered up firearms and everything. And they're your councillors. So I go to ask them for a vote on their stamp. Oh, no comment. Oh no, we're not even putting this in the minutes.
I was surprised about that because I actually heard the transcript and saw the transcript of that meeting, and they weren't even willing to discuss it, which seemed really weird because it was like, oh, open floor questions. Oh no, we won't. Can anyone name? No, and it was very weird because if it was anything else, I'm sure they'd at least have a comment to make on it. It almost made them look a little bit more guilty, didn't it? Well,
we've known that local council, we've had personal prejudice or so
on. But what can we, if someone's watching and they're quite angry about this or upset, what can people do?
I would turn me back on this awful corrupt system and actually take my name off the electoral row and become a person like I am and not a citizen. Because that's when we go to court. I've got this power now through natural common law. It's there for all of us to use. We can hold our own courts and everything, but they don't tell you any of this. They keep this hidden. So they've got the power, they've got you in chains, and they steal money from you basically all the time. And everyone allows it.
Goes along with it. But what if you're thinking, well, I don't know, that's a bit extreme. What else can we do? So can you write to your MP? Can you, can you approach the hunt and say, don't,
no, they're arrogant and violent.
What about the SABs?
SABs are a bit.
Support the SABs a bit?
Donate to the SABs. I do regularly, and they're wonderful, lovely-hearted people. They're only looking out for the future, the children's future.
They put themselves in harm's way as well. I can, and
I've seen on the videos a pregnant woman on a footpath being assaulted, and the police turning a blind eye, like they do to me when I report a crime and go to stop a crime. They always turn on you and support the illicit, solicited fox hunting. They're criminal. And the police should be brought and held accountable for this. Absolutely. They're disgusting. I refuse to pay any money to them.
Yeah, exactly. Well, if this is affecting you and you're upset by it or angry about it, and do go online, don't just take his word for it. You can, all the information's out there. And you could write to your MP and you could support the Huntsabs. Thank you, Farmer Paul.
All right. I say this without prejudice. I say this with truth. Because truth is my sword.
Absolutely.
I'm going out there, I'm going to stop it. Me and my wife, we've had enough of all these landowners. It's the landowners, and we're coming for them.
Absolutely. And maybe support the Huntsabs, especially on Boxing Day. Maybe go out and join them as well.
Don't forget, God bless you all, and have a great time.
Thank you.
Cheers, me dears.